we talking about today?
Yeah, dude.
I don't even know what to expect, honestly.
Dude, I'm here for it. So, Ryan Gamlin.
That's me.
First of all, I want to say thanks for coming on to On Target Talks, man.
Absolutely. Oh, I like the name.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you.
Branding, you got to stay,
I appreciate it. Yeah, this is fun.
Dude.
This is exciting. I'm happy for you. I'm excited that you're getting this going. This is gonna be 10 out of 10.
Should be fun. I'm really excited. I'm really, really pumped. So, I wanted to give a quick intro. So, Ryan Gamlin, realtor, father, and friend. Ryan is a fitness and self-improvement enthusiast who has achieved the following. You are the co-founder and owner of Move Forward AZ. You were Rookie of the Year 2019. You've reached the top 2% of agents in Arizona.
Dang.
You've saved sellers over $200,000 in concessions last year. And you were inducted in the Phoenix Magazine Top Producers in 2025. Before his real estate career, he graduated from Cordon Bleu Institute and cultivated a career as a high-level chef who has prepared the best tasting eggs I've ever had in my life.
When did I cook you eggs? Oh,
yeah. Family reunion.
Yep.
So welcome to On Target Talks, man.
Thank you.
I'm really excited to have you on.
I'll tell you what, eggs are not an easy thing to cook.
Yeah.
My girlfriend can make eggs, and I hate to say she struggles. She doesn't struggle. She just cooks them differently, and everyone dries them out.
It's crazy because, like, typically when I would cook eggs, I wouldn't necessarily, like, stir them before they were, like, done.
Mm-hmm.
And you, like, fold it over, get that air in there, make them light and fluffy. You even put seasonings, like, before they're done. I've always done it, like, after they're done.
Yeah.
Immaculate, dude.
Of all the things that you listed on there, making eggs well, probably my greatest achievement in life.
Honestly, I completely agree. Yeah, dude. Well, nice. All right, so we're going to be talking a bit about real estate because you are an expert in real estate. And so, dude, you came in with a bang. Rookie of the Year 2019.
Mm-hmm.
You gained success really quickly in real estate. What would you say attributed to that success?
Dude, just not giving up. I think in my first year of real estate, I walked into it with no plan B.
Yeah.
Like, it was succeed or go back. I mean, I didn't even have go back to cooking as my thing because I didn't want to go back.
Yeah.
Loved it, but I didn't want to go back. I would say additionally, I really leaned into the people that I knew and the connections that I had within the restaurant industry. And a lot of them came from, or just everybody in the past too. So thankfully I'd been living in Arizona at that time for about 8 or 9 years. So I had gained a group of people that knew me, liked me, and trusted me.
Yeah.
And I did open houses like bananas. Like, every single weekend I did open houses.
Wow.
And that's how I built my business.
Wow. That's amazing. And I know, like, one of the biggest things for people that don't necessarily know, like, when you get into real estate, it's either like a full-time thing or you sell one house a year. And the amount of people that actually, like, get in and stay in, it's very, very low. So the fact that you were able to jump in, not have a plan B, like burn the ships kind of a situation.
Yeah.
How many open houses would you say that you probably did that first year?
Ooh, that's a great question. I mean, how many weekends you got in a year? 52 weekends. So at least 52. Some days I would even do 2 open houses in one day.
Wow.
And I would do 3 open houses in a week.
That's incredible. That's a lot.
Yeah, it was. And sometimes I did open houses during the week at listings while I'm just like, what else I'm not going to sit at home. So I sat in open houses, vacant ones, and then just made calls from there. And then as people would come by, I would have conversations with them.
Wow.
But I don't think a lot of those turned into many business, those weekly ones, but it was just time in the business and staying focused on it.
That's definitely one thing in the business is that, people think that if you engage with somebody and it doesn't turn into something, they think that that's time wasted. But if anything, that's just building experience and, like, knowing and getting more comfortable, sharpening skills, that kind of thing.
100%. Yeah. Right. They say in real estate, your first year is you're working to learn before you're working to earn.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can still make a living and survive.
Hopefully you can make some money.
But at the same time, it's just like there's a lot, like in any career, there's a learning curve to it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. What do you think your biggest, like, hurdle was, like, that first year? Because there must have been a moment where you're like, ooh, holy cow, I gotta figure something out, or there was a roadblock of some kind.
I think it was the roller coaster that most agents go through in their first year. Is there was a point where I didn't have anything going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it didn't feel like I had anything going on. I had no clients under contract. I was probably, so it was an October or November, end of the month, and I knew that if I didn't get something under contract at that time to close,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to have money for the next month. Like, I wouldn't have had money for the rent, and like, it, I don't know. So I literally was in the office. I was chatting with Jeff, and
for those that don't know, Jeff is a co-owner of Move Forward and a dear friend of ours.
Jeff's our guy.
He's great.
Jeff's our guy.
Fabulous.
I was just sitting with Jeff, and I was like, Jeff, I don't know what to do. Like, I broke down into tears, and I'm like, I don't know if this is the right fit. Like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, I got to get something going. And so I just hit the phones. Like, I just called everybody that I thought was going to make a move generally pretty soon. And the stars aligned, man. And that weekend, literally 3 days after I had that moment, I had 3 clients go under contract. Jeez. And yeah, like, honestly, someone was looking out for me at that time because I was like stressing. Yeah. So I don't know. It was just that moment where I was like, if I put my head down and I do the things, I can get anywhere. Right? Yeah. Like, I can create something from what I perceive as nothing at the time.
Absolutely. And it's weird, like, being in this kind of business rather than a 9-to-5 is that you have to put like a lot of faith into like God, universe, or however things are set up. And because I mean, there's some moments, I've experienced it myself where I'm like, if I don't get something going, then we're not going to have money, like that kind of thing. And that there is no bigger motivation than that.
It's fight or flight, dude.
100%.
It is like, you got to do something. Something's got to turn around. And so at that point, you're just like all hands on deck. You know? And I got to believe that Teresa and your family was just like, go get it done.
Yeah.
We want to survive.
100%,
like,
dude.
And I think when you've got something that's bigger than yourself in this career, anything in sales or any business starting, you think of it differently in a way that I've got to succeed, right? Because it's not just me who's focusing on surviving. I've got to keep my family afloat too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. And it just that pressure, like that mindset of, like you eat what you kill. So if you don't kill anything, you are not eating.
Yeah. Yeah. Beans and rice, baby. Beans and rice.
Oh, absolutely. Ramen, beans and rice. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. So, obviously we've worked together for some time and everything. I'm familiar, but for those listening or watching, tell me about the genesis of Move Forward AZ. Like, what did that look like?
By genesis, do you mean the culmination of it, the starting, the vision behind it? What do you want?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You want the whole 9? Okay.
Yeah. Let's have it.
So we were all 3 of us, right? Me, you, and Jeff, and I believe Savannah at the time. We were all on Lucido Global, and Jeff and I had gone through some real big life transitions at the time.
Yeah.
My dad passed away. His dad passed away. And I think we were just kind of sitting there, and we had some gripes about where we were at the time. And if you have to bleep out the name, go for it. Right. But we had some gripes at the time about where we were and what we wanted to see moving forward. And we felt like the value that we were receiving for what we were giving didn't feel reciprocal, or at least, double the amount. And so we felt like, hey, I was thinking about going off on my own.
Yeah, I remember we had a conversation. I was like, please don't do that.
I was like, I'm just going to go about myself, or like, I think I was going to create a team myself, because I wanted purpose in my life. And I felt like while I was helping to support my family, I just didn't feel like I had a big purpose in the moment.
Yeah.
And so we all did some soul searching and some digging and figuring out what would we want for our own lives? What do we want for the lives of our people that we get to serve and our families? And for that, it was helping people in a very impactful way that is positive. So I think ultimately it just came down to the value that we're able to provide other people and our partner agents, such as yourself. And we've got Miriam and Dana, and it just was like, what do we want? How can we help people be more than what they think they can be? Yeah. And that goes with the real estate and our clients too, because there's a lot of people out there who don't believe that they deserve it or can earn it or even can get it.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of truly helping people move forward in life.
Absolutely.
So that's
a
fun.
great way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
And it's
eloquent.
like, and I love that we found out that name, and I know Jeff is a big creditor to that too, but I love, and we've heard so much feedback on people about saying, move forward. Like, I love that because that's what we believe in life, is just continuously go ahead.
Yeah, it's a great mission statement. I think one of the coolest things about Move Forward is that, I don't know, it's not so much hyperfixation on numbers and production and everything. It's like not about the money. It's about doing the things, like advocating for the clients, like going the extra mile, giving good service and everything like that. And I think that's really cool because the money will come. Money will, success follows, doing good work, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
It's about
I
putting
really
the
like
energy
that.
out there in the world, like you said earlier. Yeah. What do you love about the Move Forward movement, the team?
Yeah,
the
dude.
The coalition.
I think the greatest thing is like I feel like I can fully be myself. I don't have to necessarily filter myself, and also I have the autonomy to do different things. So, by the time that people see this, I will have fully unveiled like On Target Luxury, which is going to be a wonderful gun niche real estate brand. And so even though it's not donning the Move Forward logo, like I'm going to have the support of, activities that are not my strong suit, nor do I care to dedicate time to. And so I really love that because, probably with everyone else, like they don't like having a boss. They don't like feeling like they don't have the freedom to do things. And so, from day one, like I've never felt like either you or Jeff have been like breathing down my neck saying, oh, you got to do it like this, you got to do it like that, or, that kind of thing. And so just how much we've grown over the last year is insane. Like we're having the best year we've ever had.
Yeah.
Like even in a market like this,
Yeah.
it's just been insane. And so I think it's just a testament to our dedication and commitment to excellence, honestly.
100%. Absolutely. There was something I wanted to say, but no, I completely agree with you. I think the piece that we love about our team is that we created it with the expectation that there's going to be people that want to push what they believe in, right? And we believe in the team within a team model where we provide the leverage and the resources to help you build a successful business.
Yeah.
Yet you can create yours, and we're not going to sit here and be like, no, Garrett, not at all. You can't create your own brand because that doesn't reflect us at all. No, like you're part of us, you're part of our group, you're part of our partnership. And so at the end of the day, you win, we win, everybody wins.
Exactly. And it's there's a phrase that has been kind of like my mantra lately is like, you can't push a rope. And the whole idea is that like, you can't make something do something that it's not going to do on its own, you know?
Yeah.
And so like, if you have people like, pursuing excellence and everything like that, and they have that drive to do good things, like just let them go, let them do those things. Like you can't force someone to, get up early, work out, and then make those calls and everything like that. And so
people are going to find their own path, right? And I think that's like we want people to focus on their strengths. What is good for them? Like you love shooting, and honestly, I don't know if there's any other. Maybe but I don't know if there's any other agent out there that has this kind of niche world.
Yeah, I haven't found any, and
Right.
I've asked around, and I'm excited. I'm surprised that no one else has done it because it's America, and that's like,
And it's Arizona too,
and
man.
it's Arizona.
We were shooting your guns in the Wild West, baby. Pew pew, like what the
Yeah.
heck? So yeah, I mean it's a huge market for it out here, and I feel like just the people that do that, that's the great thing about a niche is you get to work with people that believe in the same things that you do.
Yeah.
And you're passionate about it, and they're passionate about it, and so when people get together like that, all of a sudden good things happen.
And values align. Like I've seen agents do, their passion is animals and pets and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't know, people just like to interact and do work with people that are similar to them, know? And it's interesting. I saw a video about AI, like content generation and everything like that. And it was of a large creator, and he was lamenting the fact that AI is probably going to replace him at some point. But his silver lining was like, but the thing that they can't necessarily replace is my human imperfections or stuff like that. And, that's one thing that I think is really valuable in this line of business is that you have the freedom to be completely yourself. And the people that are going to vibe with you, they're going to work with you. Yeah. And that's what makes you like special and like that kind of thing.
You can't take the human touch out of doing what we do.
Not yet. Right?
Not yet. I don't know, man. We'll see what kind of robots get out there and can start like creating, a whole sentient like visualization of like, oh, right. They've got all the details in the background, but they can add a nice emotional aspect to it. Yeah. I don't know.
It might happen. Next 1 to 3 years. I guess we'll have to come back and date this and see kind of how things go.
see. You'll be sitting across from a robot at this point.
Right.
How'd you build your business? Well, based on these stats, da-da-da-da.
Right. Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
Oh, they're the worst. So what's the acceptable amount of gum to take at one time?
Gum?
Yeah.
To take?
Yeah, like when you chew it.
Oh, to just chew it.
You have a pack of gum.
One piece.
Why just one piece?
Because then, longevity. Okay, so
fair.
your gum lasts longer. I would almost argue for a half a piece.
Half a piece?
Because let me ask you, what is the purpose of you chewing that piece of gum?
Bad breath, oral fixation. Yeah.
So could you chew on half a piece of gum, still achieve the oral fixation aspect, and then as well still have good breath?
No, I don't think so.
How many pieces of gum are you eating?
3.
3 at a time? Jeez,
that's my go-to.
You've had bubble gum, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and so like they're those thick,
giant.
Oh man, and it's too much gum in my mouth at a time because then the saliva's all there and it's just building up and there's a lot. But that's kind of savage of you. But yeah. I wouldn't expect nothing less.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've accepted it. I've accepted that I have an overuse of gum, but that's okay. We're baby steps, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Do you have a goal? Do you have a goal to cut that down or something? Or
no, not particularly. We're embracing it.
Yeah, embrace it. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and judge you, even though I'm kind of judging you a little bit. But
that's okay. I take judgment.
For me, I like to make my things last longer. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably go one stick of gum is what I'm happy.
What about okay? So if you had a pack of Tic Tacs, like how long would that last you?
I don't know if the pack of mints is any reflection to how long something lasts me. It's been at least 6 months.
No way.
Yeah, because I still have that pack of mints we had at family reunion.
That's crazy.
I know. Yeah. It's just I don't know. I don't think mints are like my go-to.
What's your go-to?
It would be gum if it's gum. The only time I really like to chew gum is in the gym.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think it just kind of allows me to focus when I'm breathing heavy and running.
Yeah.
I have some sort of flavor danger in my mouth.
Yeah,
that allows me to stay salivated instead of dry mouth.
That's fair.
That or if I'm about to go to my girlfriend's house, then I'll probably pop in a piece of gum. Right. It tastes so minty.
Right?
It's yes, delicious.
I do. Delicious.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm here for it, man. All right, so I know that you've done a lot of work, self-improvement, going on retreats and, really just kind of diving deep in there with self-improvement. So when you're, planning for the future and like wanting to author like the next chapter of your life, like what does that process look like for you?
Oh, what does that entail? Like what's next almost?
Yeah.
God, it's a great question. Self-mastery is always something that I'm always working towards, and that's being a better dad, it's being a better business person, it's being a better leader, all in all. Like leader of myself, so I can be a better leader for others.
Absolutely.
I couldn't tell you the next event that I have planned, which I should probably get something on the books at least to kind of keep that going.
Yeah.
I do have, obviously our real estate conventions that we have going on. I do have one happening at the end of the year, and then obviously we go to family reunion every single year too. So I think just continuously looking for ways that I can help improve myself in my business and add that value to the agents on our team as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
More introspectively, I don't know. I've done a lot of like clearing out of the negative emotions, the crap, all the stuff that doesn't serve us well, that we just gain from 0 to 8 years old and beyond.
Yeah.
Like getting rid of all the limiting beliefs, and they still linger. Like, it's a
Right.
root. You got to continuously clean it up. It's a garden. You got to weed it out.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's something that just like, it's a constant reminder. And I don't think if I never went through any of that, I wouldn't be nearly as aware as I am about my own personal self as I am today.
Right, right. No, that definitely makes sense. So, like, say, the next, 1 to 5 years, do you have any, like, specific goals that you're wanting to accomplish, or any place that you would envision yourself being?
Yeah, I think number one is going to be combining my living style with my girlfriend Angel's living style. And that's going to come with its own challenges.
Yeah.
Right? Because she lives a lifestyle. She lives, the way that she lives at home is different than the way I live at home.
Yeah.
And so that's going to require a lot of grace between the two of us. And it's going to require a lot of compromise on what works for both parties. That is okay. Is the question kind of like, where would I want to be in 5 years?
Kind of like the process of, like, guiding your actions now to achieve, like, your goals.
Yeah, I mean, I've had this goal for ever since I started real estate. I want to be able to retire. I want to be able to choose retirement by the time I'm 40 years old. Now I'm 7 years off of that.
Yeah.
So could it happen? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right?
totally.
And at the same time, it's just figuring out, like, it's getting better in my business every year, managing my income, because in real estate, people could have a great income, but it doesn't mean they're profitable at all. They could be showing like they're making a bunch of money, but the insides is they're just trying to live like the Joneses.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a constant reminder that the more money I make over time is, I just have to save as much as I can, put it towards an investment property, something that's going to help build that long-term wealth, and as well the passive income to come along with it.
Right.
So 5 years from now, I would love to have 5 properties that are producing at least $1,000 a month right now. That and the other investments that I currently have. I mean, the hope is that I'll be close to $10,000 a month income for passive income at that time. So if I have a bad month, it's not a downfall. Like,
Right.
It's not a killer. It's not going to set me back much.
Right. Building up that passive income to, supplement your active income and everything
Correct.
like that.
Yeah. So eventually we can walk away, right? Because, dude, do you want to be 75 years old whipping houses out left and right?
Absolutely not.
I don't either.
Yeah.
That's just too much.
Doesn't sound like fun. Too
Doesn't
stressful.
sound like fun. Yeah.
Right?
It's just, like, there's a lot of great personnel. Look, again, I love what I do.
Yeah.
Love what I do, but I don't want to be 75 years old doing it.
No,
I don't even want to
definitely
be 50 years old and doing it. Yeah. So
It's definitely one of those things where it's a good stepping stone to, like, achieving something else, something bigger,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. That's great.
Thank you.
Huge fan.
I appreciate that.
10 out of 10.
Where do you want to see yourself in 5 years?
Dude, good
Or
question.
just what's your next avenue aside from pumping out on target luxury?
Yeah. So, I think kind of what I want to accomplish is I really want to grow on target luxury, and, maybe add some agents to the team that kind of fit that space and everything. And, kind of cultivate and grow that, because it's very, it's not one of those situations where I can just hire an agent and then be like, okay, learn gun stuff. Like, they already need to have that passion and that, drive for that. And, I really enjoy the idea of interviewing people and, like, really kind of learning. I had a realization that, I have some really incredible people in my life that, aren't famous or anything like that, but they have incredible stories. They have incredible personalities and goals. And, I want to give an opportunity to, like, share their story and everything like that. So I would love to grow the podcast to where, it's extremely profitable, like where it's like a major podcast. I think that would be fabulous. And then I think it would be fun to then kind of do another, like, avenue. So whether that's like a firearm shop or like a gun range or something like that later on, and then also supplement like the real estate, like investing, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the plan. And so we're just going to do it, have fun and learn. And I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, it's about having fun, right? Like as long as you're having fun, you're doing pretty good. Let me ask you this. Obviously I know that for podcasts, it all comes down to the views that you get, right? Mm-hmm. It's the engagement. It's people, maybe paying for content that's a little more
spicy
behind the scenes. Yeah, behind the scenes. Yeah, not like that spicy, but behind the scenes type stuff, or just sponsors too. Like if you could see yourself aligning with a specific brand, is there one out there that screams to you?
Yeah. So I think a big focus of the podcast is I want to do like local firearms, avenues. So whether that's competition shooters out here or, gun shop owners, manufacturers. And so I definitely think that there's space for those relationships to exist and flourish. Mm-hmm. And so, I want to keep it as local as possible. I could get a sponsorship for Squarespace. Like, I don't know. Like,
well, it's got to mean something to you, right? Because I find like if you don't partner with a brand that actually means something to you, mm-hmm. then what's the purpose?
Exactly.
Right? Or just, something that actually benefits.
I'm trying to live my life not as a shill. So like
not as like a sheep
or like where it's like, all right, Monster Energy drink, like, they're sponsoring, hell yeah, brother. I want it to be like something that I'm passionate, something that I really believe in.
Yeah.
Rather than just some product that's paying me a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's kind of the space I want to go. So, the purpose of the podcast is real estate, guns, and fun. Yeah. So those are the three like topics that I'm gonna broach on it. And
real estate, guns, and fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So you're the real estate.
Yeah.
Just in case you were wondering.
Yeah. I got that.
Yeah. You're like, that feels about right.
Because we've gone shooting before, but like we don't go out consistent. I don't go out consistently shooting. I've shot guns before many times. But
yeah.
I'm by no means at the level of your shooting abilities.
Yeah. So what kind of shooting do you enjoy? So you've shot a couple times, kind of more of a beginner, intermediate.
Yep.
Type.
I'd give myself beginner. I would. Okay. I don't know if I would give.
Okay.
I know how to hold a gun, and I'm not scared of a gun.
There you go.
But I would still give myself beginner because my target practice is not very great. What was the question?
Like what kind of shoot? Like tell me about your shooting experience. Like a little bit, or what you enjoy.
Yeah, I enjoy. I really enjoy the range. I think whenever I have a target to shoot at, and I can put it down, it's pretty great. I think I just enjoy the act of shooting.
Yeah.
There's something that happens when you shoot a gun where the testosterone in your body just starts flowing.
Right.
You just feel something good. So I think I just love the act of shooting because you've got something so powerful in your hand, and it's, I don't know, maybe it's a male thing.
It might be. I don't know. There's something about like lining your sights up for something, like shooting and then hitting what you were aiming at, where it has that like dopamine response where you're just like, hell yeah, that's great. Yeah. This is fun. Right?
Yeah. Well, it's like golf. You hit a great shot, you're like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I keep on coming back to it.
Exactly.
So you hit a great shot, or like you shoot that plate that you've been trying to hit 100 yards out, mm-hmm. and you hit it and you're like, give me another plate.
Yeah.
Set me up again, baby.
Let's do it.
So I don't know. I think growing up, I've shot shotguns, obviously 22 rifle. I grew up shooting a BB gun and a pellet gun. We would be we'd be camping up north, and I'd sit on this picnic table, and I would just shoot cans full of water and watch them blow up with a pellet gun. And it was so good. It was a good time until the campground was like, you actually can't shoot here anymore. And I'm like, tell my dad that.
Yeah, right.
My dad's a cop. My dad was a police officer too. So like he had guns. So he had shotguns. He never had a rifle, but he did have obviously his service pistols over time. So every once in a while we would shoot those. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, haven't really shot anything exotic, I guess what you call. Haven't really shot a long range rifle as well.
Yeah.
I'd love to shoot a 50 cal one day.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah. That'd be
a fun client event.
I'd love to shoot a fully automatic gun.
Yeah.
That would be a good time. That would really get the testosterone
Right,
flowing.
really get it going.
Juices be going hard.
Nothing quite as exhilarating as that.
I know, yeah. You just letting one rip. So, I've got some experience, but I wouldn't say. I mean, could someone come into my house? Like, if someone tried to break into my house, and could I protect myself? Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I would do what I can. Do what I have to save my family.
Absolutely. So watch out if you're trying to break in this man's.
I'm not gonna tell you my address, but
this is 123 Main Street.
Yeah, 123 Main. This is 123 Main Street. You imagine? There's got to be a house out there because we say 123 Main Street when we're like going back and forth on certain scenarios, and there's got to be a house out there.
There has to be a 123 Main Street.
And they just hate getting all the fans.
Right?
Out.
They're just like, come on.
Yeah. We love your house.
It's a great house. Great address. Great address. What is the worst advice that you've ever received, and what did you learn from that?
That's a crazy question.
Right?
Oh, I don't know. You have to circle back to that one. What is the worst advice I've ever received? I feel like I blocked out a lot of it because it sucked.
Right.
Like it was not good, and so I hold on to the good advice.
Right.
As much as I can.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the worst piece of advice is. Not at least right now. It may pop up. What would it? I don't know. The only thing that just like sticks in my head is like life's not fair, and like as a kid I hated to hear that because I was like I didn't get what I wanted.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it was some of the best advice I've ever gotten in my life.
So it was at the time probably the worst advice you ever got, and then it turned into like the best advice that you.
Yeah, I'm like, Dad, suck it. Life is fair, okay?
Right.
Like, let me have the toy.
Right. I
don't know. Yeah.
No,
so I don't. Man, it's a great question, but I just don't know anything right now where I got some bad advice.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did. Yeah, no. Bad advice was invest in this business that pays you every 2 weeks a dividend of 12% based on your investment. And I was like, oh, heck yeah. Like, this is me. This is in the beginning of real estate. I had someone reach out. It was a total scam. It was a terrible idea. But my friends were making money on it in the beginning, but all of a sudden something happened that all of a sudden the money stopped coming in. And it's like transferring banknotes and whatnot across seas, or like, working in money transfers. And there's obviously a cost to money transfers too. And so those are apparently pretty lucrative, and did not go out very well. Lost $10,000 on that investment. And it was probably the most costly bad advice that I've ever gotten.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And what's beautiful about that though is, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, a not relatively cheap like mistake, but in the spectrum of 0 to infinite amounts of money, like that's a really good lesson to like learn like early on. Yeah.
Also, like some of the best advice I've ever heard is don't count your chickens before they hatch, because I had these rose-colored glasses on the whole time. I was like, if I put in this and I just stay in it for 12 months and it just continues to compound and I don't take any money out of it, it'll continue to compound. I get paid 12%. And so like at the end of 12 months, I looked at it, I'm like, oh man, I'll have like $75,000.
Right.
How awesome.
Nothing.
Not a lick of nothing. All of a sudden that guy just disappeared and we all lost our money.
That stinks.
Yeah. I wasn't the only one though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely, man.
That's what it is.
All right. So, kind of switching gears. If today was your last day on Earth, what would you have wanted to accomplish? And then also, what would you be most proud of that you've accomplished?
If it was my last day on Earth, what would I have wanted to accomplish? Probably traveling more. Like, I said no to a lot of things early on in my life because I was working and I chose work over traveling and doing stuff. Obviously, I needed money, but I would say that's probably my number one thing is traveling more. and probably giving more back too. I know it sounds like such a cliche answer, but I feel like in times when people have needed, I've helped out. Yet I'm also not at the position where I can tithe as much as I want to, because over time, obviously, I want all of our events to be able to go to a positive impact in the community.
Yeah, of course.
But like make something, continue to make a bigger impact on like the community in general. I think about legacy sometimes and like, what do I want to leave behind? Do I want to be somebody who people remember for a long time as like they did something like this? And I don't think that's me. I think I'm somebody who just wants to do good in my daily life. And, if they remember that a week from now, great. If not, hopefully I made them feel better for the day.
Yeah.
Or something positive for the day.
Absolutely. And I know that that's one of the big goals for Move Forward is to, kind of transition to being more philanthropic and like, finding causes and like making a difference like that. So definitely like on that trajectory and everything.
Yeah. Like we want our events, to help create some sort of benefit to the community. You know, whatever that is. If it's like, going to do volunteer work or raising certain money or helping kids with backpacks, whatever they need. So I think we're just currently on the discovery path. I know there's a lot of causes out there, but I think as a team, it's important for us to figure out what is the cause that we feel strongly about that we would like to see the impact go to.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, man. That's awesome. That's a really good answer. I like that.
Thank you. What was the other part of the question, though? Because there's two parts.
Yeah, so the first part was, no, you hit both of them. Or,
it was like, what would I want
yeah,
to
what
have
would you have
achieved?
wanted to have accomplished, and what would you have wanted to do? Or, I mean, I guess that's pretty much the same thing, though.
Yeah, no, I think it's just that. I mean, my girlfriend Angel really wants to go to Japan. I think a lot of it's being able to go do more fun traveling with my son too, and have him experience as much as possible in life. I think something I'm really proud of that I've done is get life insurance.
Yeah,
like
100%, dude.
It's so minimal, but if something ever happens to me, based on my family's trajectory, he'll be set up.
Yeah,
my partner will be set up.
Yeah.
So like I'll be, that's something that I'm just like glad that I set up for myself, so that way if anything happens, I know my people are taken care of. If that's a legacy, that's a great legacy.
That's a great legacy. And I mean, honestly, like, that's one of the best things you can do. My father-in-law passed 2017, I believe. And he was just on the cusp of, getting things set up and everything like that. But he passed before those things could come to fruition and everything like that. And I remember, my wife and her family, trying to figure everything out and everything. And so, that's one of the things that really motivated me to get life insurance and, will and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Because, that's a great gift to give,
How stressful were they? Like, how stressed were they in that time when all of a sudden they have to figure everything out after the fact?
Yeah, dude. So, they were super stressed, man. Like, he was like the keystone that really kind of held everything together. Like, he did a whole bunch for the family and everything. And, he, like, when he passed, like, there wasn't necessarily systems that were fully set up and everything like that. And, it was really stressful for them. Like, they definitely had some hard times. And it's kind of crazy, too, because, because of that incident, because of, his death and everything, like, everyone in the family became so strong and so, like, capable because they had to, like, go through those tough times and everything like that. And, even with, Teresa and I had only been married for like 2 years. And because of that incident, that really materialized, hey, you don't know when your time's going to be up. Like, you really need to, appreciate the time that you spend with family, time that you are allotted in this life, because you really don't know. He died super suddenly, so it wasn't expected or anything like that. And so, that was one of the best gifts that he was able to give to us through his passing and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a gift that you never would have anticipated because it's not physical, right? It's just a matter of experiential.
Yeah.
It's the adversity, right? It's the adversity of going through the loss and realizing what it takes to get things back on track or otherwise.
Exactly. And I think about like my own death and everything. Sorry to get like super off topic, but like I think about my own death and like how I want that to like affect the other people around my life. Like, I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can. So, whenever my time goes and passes and everything, that I will have enriched other people's lives through either, helping them through real estate or, if they're having a tough time, being able to like chat and kind of unload and stuff like that. So, a huge part of my existence is, wanting to help and like, help other people,
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it's interesting the things that you can learn from traumatic life experiences, right?
Claps in the chat for that.
Yeah,
baby.
claps in the chat, right? Yeah.
Yeah, life experiences. Oh, there was another thing. I have a really bad memory.
Uh-oh.
Like short-term memory
You should
loss.
get a pad.
I should get a pad. What would you consider a leader?
What would I consider a leader?
Like how would you define a leader?
Yeah, good question. I think there's leaders in different facets. So you can have somebody that's more, maybe more boisterous, more opinionated and that kind of thing, which is totally fine. But I think that one of the things that is most important about leadership is that it doesn't necessarily have to be that person who's like leading. Like maybe they have like maybe they have the title and stuff like that, but a leader without people to lead is just a person. So like having other people maybe not necessarily underneath, but working in parallel with that person who is able to, green light or red light things while being not necessarily more passive, but being like I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. Kind of like being more of like a team player and everything rather than like a direct leader. And so I think there's different types of leaders that can exist.
Like it's the graphic that you see of like boss versus leader, right? Like there's a stark difference between the two of them.
Exactly. So, there's people with all kinds of different like characteristics and everything like that. Like, somebody could say that someone who is, just being a boss and just like, demanding everyone does a certain thing, a good leader, motivates and encourages and plays on the strengths of like, the people that they're working with and everything like that.
Nice.
It all depends on the objective, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true. What is the end goal?
Yeah.
And what is the group looking behind it too? Yeah. That makes sense. It's a good answer.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do
you think a good leader is?
I think really the three things that you said helps encourage, motivate others. I think somebody who's willing to have the hard, tough, vulnerable conversations that people might not want to hear, yet are pivotal to either the company's growth or their growth. Somebody who's growth-minded, and I strongly believe it is in service of others.
Completely.
Right. It is again, being a leader is bigger than oneself. While self-leadership is important, it's about making sure that you're helping to lead others, and it's making a better impact in their life too.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, when I think of leader, I think ultimately positive, right? I don't think there's any sort of negative connotation towards leader as much as boss, even though people, I don't know, you can use the word interchangeably, but I think it's subjective to the person.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. What kind of advice would you give like your 12-year-old self?
Have more fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like it's the first thing that came to my head because as I've gotten older, I feel like me and my sister, we really matured quickly based on just the life that we had growing up. And I think just based on me being raised is I always felt like I needed to earn an income. And my worth was directly related to my income. And if I didn't earn that, then I wouldn't be I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be valuable.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked a lot. Like I just always have worked a lot, and I've had a lot of fun. But I feel like I've just, I've said no to a lot of things. So I think just have more fun. Is just make life fun.
Yeah.
Like enjoy what you're doing. Find some fun in what the life is that you have.
So how does that look like with your life now that you have a kiddo and everything like that?
Yeah, I still work a lot. But at the same time, what I love about what we do is that we get to choose the times that we work, and we get to be able to say yes to more things. So like I get to take my son to Colorado for 4 days next week.
Yeah.
I'm stoked about that. And like
awesome.
that's fun for him. We haven't done a father-son trip in a hot minute, and I'm just looking forward to hanging out with him just one-on-one time. So saying yes to that. I mean, I think probably one of the best vacations I ever had growing up was my dad took me to California. Like when I think it was 3 years into Arizona. He's like, let's just go on a trip. And I'm like, oh, okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
And we went on a trip, and I was older. I could drink at the time, but like we would walk around to different places. We drove out there. And so it was just like that trip with him was so memorable that I want to create the same experiences for my son.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
You're such a great dad, and like high key. Like,
I do my best. I fall into the trap of like being on my technology at home, but also he's just balls deep into Fortnite.
Right.
Like he loves video games, and I think that's a piece of recognition that I have to realize too, is that when I was a young kid growing up, we lived in the world of PlayStation 1, Xbox 360, and so like enjoying all those things. I played a lot of video games too.
Absolutely.
So I just reflect that I'm like, he's still going to be a great kid even if he just plays video games a lot.
Yeah, oh, totally.
But we also got outside and played.
Absolutely, dude.
Like, I don't know if you messed around in the woods, but like I would go down to the woods and like build forts and chop stuff up.
Yeah.
Run in the creek. Be a goofball.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a different world that kids live in. Like even I went and got pizza with a client yesterday, and there was a gentleman that came in with, it must have been 1.5-year-old, maybe 2. Literally had a phone in their hand just watching YouTube, and I'm just like, maybe not necessarily I guess I'm judging, so we'll label it judging. And it's like, I don't know, like just from the get, like they're just exposed to technology, even for something simple as in like going and getting pizza and everything like that. Like we're just sticking technology in kids' faces rather than having them exist.
Engaging, being present, right? Like I think that's the piece of it, is creating the conversation around the kids, right? Like what do you want to talk to them about? Instead of just be like, oh, how was your day? Oh, it was good. Just the very surface level stuff. Have conversations about like, what do you want to see in the future? Like, what do you want to do in life?
Yeah.
What do you want to do for your first job?
Oh yeah, dude.
Things like that. My son wants to be a grocery boy.
There you go.
He wants to be a grocery bagger, just to start, just to get some money in his pocket.
Oh, absolutely.
Sounds like he'd be motivated to do it.
Yeah, probably the best grocery bagger in town.
Dude, I hope so. He's got a little autism in him, so hopefully he's very organized and gets it done really well.
Absolutely,
he's
man.
a polite dude. He's a good dude.
He's a good kid. He's a really good kid.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny. So in Western culture, there's a separation between like adults and kids. Like there's like specifically like, oh, this is a kid space. Oh, this is an adult space. As opposed to like other countries where everything is everyone's space. So even in like pubs, there's kids that come through and everything. So like Ireland, for instance, they like it's a whole family affair where you have those 21-year-olds, you have those 80-year-olds, you even have children like in pubs, because it's all just a collective space, and everyone is very like cordial and understanding that it's more of a communal thing than. So they have multiple spaces like that, not just like pubs and that kind of thing. And yeah, and so we see a lot here where we like hush kids. We don't want them to be seen, not heard, that kind of thing,
right,
rather than having them like included and everything like that.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you guys do a really good job with your kids. Like they're wild. But
crazy.
They're a lot of fun.
They're insane. Yeah, they're gas up, ready to go.
Yeah, they run you guys ragged. But like when you guys come, like the whole family comes.
Yeah.
you know, like for the client events and everything. And just like, I feel like you guys embrace it so well. Now that's obviously what we see. When you
Right.
get back into the minivan, I can't imagine.
Right.
But like there was one time when we were leaving the pizza event earlier this year, and it was really funny. Teresa was getting all the kids wrangled in the car, and I forget who it was. Maybe it was Aslan. She was like throwing a fit outside the car, and she didn't want to get in. Teresa just gets in the car, sits in the seat, and she's like, "You're gonna get in or not? Either way, we're leaving."
100%.
So
expectations. You gotta set expectations with the kids.
Yeah, right? Exactly that. So I was just like, you know, you guys are awesome.
Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. We're definitely doing our best. You know, just like every other parent. You know, we fall short places. We do really well in other places, and you got to get your hands dirty in parenting.
Does she miss teaching?
You know, I think she does. I don't think she misses the BS of, I hesitantly say, parents. Like, that's probably the worst thing about teaching.
That's
like,
true.
Shout out to all the teachers out there. Like, it's arguably like the worst thing is like the kids can be fine, but you know, kids are essentially a reflection of the parents, essentially. And so, you know, parents could be dealing with all kinds of things, and you know, it's just it kind of gets in the way of education and everything like that. So she misses the kids. She misses being around people that are older than children because, you know, she's around kids all the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. How do you feel about cameras in houses?
I'm conflicted. So how do I feel about cameras in houses? So I think the less technology we can have involved in our lives, the better. Like, I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I'm wearing wearable tech. And so I think cameras outside of houses, you know, makes sense in a security sense, but like actually having cameras within houses, it just is a weird vibe. We're surveillance left and right, like you can't go anywhere, you know, license plate, you know, readers, facial recognition. So the less tech, the better.
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
Well, I was just curious, because when Grayson was in preschool, or just like, you know, he'd go to childcare, they had cameras in there, and apparently they were like, "Oh, the parents really love this because they can keep an eye on their kids while they're at school." And I'm like, "That's crazy."
Yeah.
And not to knock any parents who love that, maybe I have a different level of trust, but I'm like, if there's something's going to happen there, then I'll figure out about it. I'll find out about it, whatever it is. Of course. And I just don't personally have the time to sit and watch my son all day, whatever he's doing. Yeah. So again, not to knock the parents that do this, but there was this one time apparently that I found out about it from another parent. Yeah. But Grayson was having a fit at this daycare place. And he apparently the teacher that was there that day, she laid on him to like get him to calm down. Uh-oh. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't love that.
You're talking about like physically restraining him? Is that like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like she like this is what I heard, right? The mom that told me this, she over-exaggerated things at times. I don't know the full extent, but at the same time, I just remember that. And she was like, they laid on your child. That's and I'm crazy. Like, did they? You're like, oh. I hope he went to bed. Yeah. No, but we experience, you know, cameras in houses, you know, when we go preview them. Yeah. Like Arizona is a single right state, whatever the word is, but only the seller has to know if they're recording. Yeah. You know, the buyer doesn't have to know that. And I think just it's a topic that's come up between me and Angel in the past is like cameras in houses. You know, I don't love walking through my house and feeling like I'm always being watched. Like that's my space, that's my sacred space. So I don't want to feel like someone's always keeping an eye on me.
Yeah. And the other thing is like if it's throwing on my nerd hat really quickly. So if it's like a closed circuit television where it's like within the home and there's no connection to Wi-Fi or anything like that, you know, it's fairly secure. Like there's not really a way for other people to hack it essentially. You know, if it's Wi-Fi, like it's really easy to break through and to like view and everything like that. So I don't know. That's just not worth it to me specifically, where it's like, all right, like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And everyone's got their purpose, right? But if it's just to know what's going on in your house at all times, maybe there's like something you should figure out inside of you. Like maybe you don't trust anybody in life. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like maybe if you have like vendors coming in, tradespeople, that kind of thing, where it's like, okay, like maybe want to keep an eye. But if it's just casual, like me and my family, like we're not that interesting. We don't need to record ourselves.
I beg to differ, brother. I would love to see a day in the household of the nominee residents.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh man, that would be good.
Yeah, it'd be fun times, man. Well, hey, I really appreciate you coming on, man. Like, you're such a great person. I'm glad that we can actually, like, sit down and, just have an organic conversation.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming on to On Target Talks. And if you're looking to buy or sell real estate in the state of Arizona, hit us up. We can make it happen.
We can take care of you at the highest level.
At the highest level possible. Okay. So catch you for the next one. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? What's next for Ryan Gamlin?
That's it, man. I'm going to go home. I'm going to get some cooking done. I got to stop at Whole Foods. That's it, bro. It's just pretty boring life, honestly. Oh, I'm golfing in Sedona on Sunday. I'm stoked about that. Honestly, that's probably like the highlight of my next few days.
There you go, man. Well,
that's it.
Thanks for joining us, and
Thank you.
Hell
Appreciate it.